George Clarence, Bugs Moran, often remembered as one of the most intriguing gangsters of the Prohibition era, lived a life marked by crime, rivalry, and a relentless pursuit of power. Born on August 21, 1893 in Minnesota, Moran was the son of Irish immigrants and grew up amid the challenges of early 20th century America. His family moved to Chicago when he was a teenager, and it was here that he was introduced to a life of petty crime, which would eventually evolve into a full-fledged career in organized crime. As he navigated the bustling streets of Chicago, Moran quickly became entrenched in the world of gangs, making alliances and enemies that would shape his future. By the 1920s, he had risen to prominence as the leader of the North Side Gang, a group heavily involved in bootlegging, gambling, and other illegal enterprises, particularly during the height of Prohibition, when the sale of alcohol was banned in the United States. This was a lucrative time for organized crime, and the competition for control of the lucrative bootlegging trade was fierce. Moran's gang initially enjoyed success and territory, but their ascent inevitably led to a violent rivalry with Al Capone's South Side Italian gang. This feud was fueled by ambition, territory disputes, and differing leadership styles, as Moran's gang often operated with a sense of independence that clashed with Capone's authoritarian approach. Their conflict reached a boiling point in the late 1920s, with both sides resorting to extreme violence to establish dominance. Moran was known for his cunning and resourcefulness, traits that earned him the respect of his peers and instilled fear in his rivals. He often employed deceptive tactics, using his street smarts to stay one step ahead of the law and his enemies alike. However, these attributes could not prevent the catastrophic events of February 14, 1929, known as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, a pivotal moment in Chicago's gangland history. On that fateful day, 7 members of Moran's gang were executed in a Hall of Fame garage, a brutal display of power orchestrated by Capone's operatives. Using law enforcement uniforms to gain access, the assailants lined up Moran's men against the wall and opened fire, using Tommy guns to deliver a fatal blow. Remarkably, Moran himself escaped the attack, avoiding what would have been a fatal encounter and bolstering his reputation as luckier than he was formidable. Following the massacre, Moran's position weakened drastically, but he remained defiant. The event shocked the nation and marked a turning point in the public's perception of organized crime, prompting increased law enforcement scrutiny and a crackdown on mob activities. Despite the devastating loss, Moran attempted to rebuild his organization, though the landscape had dramatically changed. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre catapulted Capone into the national spotlight, further solidifying his status as America's most notorious gangster, while Moran obscured into relative anonymity. He continued to engage in criminal activities, but struggled to maintain the influence he once wielded, as law enforcement focused their efforts on dismantling his operations. In the years that followed, Moran faced legal challenges, including a conviction for bank robbery that led to a lengthy prison sentence, further eroding his power. After serving time, he attempted to return to the life of crime, but found the environment had shifted significantly. The end of Prohibition in 1933 eliminated the primary source of income that had fueled gang operations, leaving Moran and many others scrambling to adapt. The decline of the North Side Gang was exacerbated by the changing dynamics of organized crime, with new players emerging and the remaining factions unable to regain their former clout. In the years that followed, Moran faded into obscurity, eventually battling declining health and loss of influence. He spent his later years largely out of the public eye, reflecting on a life that epitomized the volatility of the gangster lifestyle. Bugs Moran's story serves as a remarkable chapter in the annals of American organized crime, embodying the era's spirit of ambition and violence. He remains a symbol of the fierce rivalry that characterized Chicago's gangster era, illustrating the complexities of loyalty, betrayal, and the relentless pursuit of power in a world rife with peril. The legacy of Bugs Moran is often overshadowed by more famed figures like Al Capone, but his impact on the criminal landscape of the time is undeniable. His life journey from a petty criminal to a significant gang leader not only informs us about the tumultuous nature of organized crime, but also offers a glimpse into a time when gangsters roamed the streets of Chicago, leaving an indelible mark on American history. Bugs Moran's narrative is a poignant reminder that within the world of crime, fortunes could change in an instant, and even the most formidable foes could be brought to their knees by violence, betrayal, and the relentless pursuit of vengeance. Moran's legacy, though marred by defeat and decline, provides a fascinating examination of a complex character navigating the perilous waters of gang rivalry, a testament to. One of the main reasons Moran was so intimidating was his ongoing feud with Capone. This rivalry wasn't just a simple disagreement, it was a bloody battle for control.